What is good, people? We have been blessed with some incredible weather recently, so what better way to enjoy it than to do some mobility work? So we've got a full body mobility flow, and let's just get into it. So first things first, get yourself into a comfortable position, and we're going to do some internal and external rotation of the hips, one leg at a time. So starting off with the right leg, you're going to bring that knee in towards the other leg, and then you're going to push it outwards. Don't force it, don't push yourself through ranges of motion that you just don't quite have yet. I want you to just focus on the movement itself, notice how your body feels whilst you're doing it, and yeah, embrace it. We're going to work each side for between 8 and 10 repetitions each way. So when you're ready, switch over to the other leg and do the same thing. How are you feeling? I know that when I first started doing this, it was a little bit of a shock to the system. My hips just weren't in a great state. So these movements, they brought a little bit of discomfort, and I just didn't have the same range of motion that I have now. But by sticking at it and doing it consistently, I saw real improvements. So next up, a little bit of glute activation work. And what you're going to do here, I know it's hard to see, but what I'm doing is I'm thrusting forward with my hips in this position and really squeezing and extending my glutes. You're going to do that and hold that position for around 10 seconds, pause for a few seconds, and then repeat it again. This exercise is one that always causes me to have a little bit of like cramping or just muscular contraction at the top of my hips. So if you're feeling that, it's completely natural. It's just the tightness that your body currently has. So when you're ready, switch over to the other side, and again, you're just extending those hips forward, really thrusting and feeling that contraction in your glutes. So next up, we got a little exercise for the hamstrings, some inchworms. As you can see, the top has now come off. In my defense, it was about 25 degrees here, it was hot, so I had no choice. So the inchworms, right, with these, quite a demanding exercise, and they might not look like it, but they actually are. What you're doing is you're bending forward, reaching down, placing your hands out in front of you and just walking them out. And then when you get to the bottom of the movement, really extending your spine and looking up towards the sky. And then, keeping your legs as straight as you can, you're walking your hands back up towards your body and standing up again. Simple as that. But like I said, this is a challenging exercise, and just doing a few repetitions can have you a little bit out of breath and can be a real challenge on the arms. So we're aiming to do around 5 to 8 of these. When you're done, you might find that was a little bit tougher than you'd expected, right? If that's the case, shake it out. Go ahead and pause the video if you need to. Take a break, give the video a like. That would be cool. So I've moved position. We're going to go into a deep squat, so find something that you can use as a counterbalance that's fixed, that you can hold on to. If you need to, elevate your heels. Now with this movement here, first of all, just get comfortable in the deep squat. Get some motion moving through those ankles, and then we're going to move into a little bit of an advanced twist. So you're going to reach over with one arm, extending it behind you and really rotating and opening up that back and the shoulder joint. You should feel a real stretch through the shoulder, especially if you are rotating it eccentrically like I'm doing so here. And the idea is to really work that shoulder for a full range of motion whilst also opening up the back. And if you want, you can throw in some weird looking hand movements to try and seem cool like I did here, and it did not work. When you're ready, you can go ahead and switch sides, and when you're moving your shoulder back, it helps if you track the movement of your shoulder with your head as well, so you're rotating pretty much your full body, but whilst keeping your hips facing forward. Feels pretty good, right? This is a movement that I've only recently started doing, but I've noticed a lot of benefits with my shoulders in particular. So if you need a break, that's fine. It's a demanding exercise, I understand. But next we're moving into another shoulder and thoracic spine mobility and strengthening movement. Get yourself into this reverse crab position, keeping your hips extended towards the sky as much as you can. And we're going to reach over with one arm, and you're going to put all the weight through your legs and through that one arm that is now supporting you. And you're going to reach over, coming all the way around, and then extending, opening up, really extending and rotating that spine and opening up that shoulder. At this point, a fly landed on my leg, so I had to try and swat it away. That was not part of the movement. When you've done between 5 and 8 rotations on one arm, go ahead and switch shoulders. You're probably feeling a lot of weight and a lot of stress being put through that shoulder joint that's supporting you, and that's completely natural. This is all part of the process of strengthening and mobilizing the joint. When you're done, you can go ahead and relax, and if you want to give yourself a little shoulder stretch, you can bring your body in towards your feet and extend your shoulders behind you and just hold it there. Feel that stretch in the shoulders, and that should feel pretty good after that work. It wasn't easy, right? So when you're ready, get up, shake it about, feel your body feel good. If you want to, roll up your shorts just to show off your quads a little bit so you look sick. And then we're going to go into some arm circles. So keeping the thumbs faced up and your arms out to your side, you're going to rotate forwards, really feeling the muscles in and around your shoulder blades working and allowing that rotation to happen. Once you've done around 8 to 10 reps or rotations one way, you're going to go the other way. So you're going to rotate backwards and do the same thing. Keeping a horizontal body position, your knees bent and your feet firmly placed into the ground. So that is the session done. Now if you enjoyed any of those movements or the exercises, then I recommend you start trying to incorporate them into your life as frequently as possible. Just build almost like a daily practice of a bit of mobility, and you'll notice improvements in your range of motion and your capacity to do these exercises. If you're still watching at this point, you're a legend. Leave a like if you haven't already. Let me know in the comments what you found difficult, what you enjoyed. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, and peace.